Key to understanding these features lies within the structure of the skin. Three principal structure elements of skin allow for the permanence of friction-ridge detail. Adherence of epidermal cell to each other by complex and secure junctions, basal cell layer of the epidermis and its attachment to the basement membrane, attachment of the basement membrane to the dermis through small anchoring fibers. Ridge detail is consistently represented on the surface of the skin by means of cell proliferation, maturation, and replacement. Papillary ridges are immutable, perennial, do not change even after death up to the time when the skin perishes through decomposition. For example, the marks on the fingers of many Egyptian mummies still remains legible. The principle of individuality. Individuality of friction-rich skin falls under the larger umbrella of biological uniqueness. The individual traits are programmed by nature in DNA, which provides a blueprint of assembling proteins and direct cellular functions, leading to infinite variety which is impossible to duplicate. However, genetics does not independently control the patterning on the friction-rich skin, which is affected by environmental factors like stress and tension across the surface of growing fetal skin. The principle of individuality in fingerprints is strikingly manifested in case of monozygotic twins which have different fingerprints. In the last century, since fingerprint was generally introduced out of millions of sets of prints they have been taken, no two individuals have been found to have the same fingerprints. It is not the shape of the print that is individual, but rather the number, location, and the shape of minutiae. The principle of infallibility. Of all the methods of identification, fingerprints alone has proven to be both infallible and feasible. Its superiority over the old methods has been demonstrated time after time. To date, the fingerprints of no two individuals have been found to be identical. Personal identification. The above discussed principle of the fingerprints form the basis for personal identification in forensics examination. One of the most valuable suggestions offered by Dr. H. Falls was his contention that fingerprints found at the scene of crime might serve to identify the criminal. Fingerprints have proved over time to be the most rapid, reliable, and cost-effective means to identify criminals and unknown deceased individuals. The two basic premises, persistency and individuality of the friction skin, have been scientifically validated over time through academic research and work of experts in the field of fingerprints. Knowledge of physical and natural scientific basis rather than observational data alone must be exhibited to explain why friction-rich skin is unique and why this uniqueness is permanent. Fingerprint experts should understand and be prepared to recite the philosophy of identification, define the methodology used in examination, and explain the scientific basis of the permanence and uniqueness of friction-rich skin based upon empirical and scientific research data.